Why can't we see you, Darcy?
You can't see me?
I mean, we can see
We're
you, but
live.
you're real dark.
Well, I think that I don't know. It was better a minute ago. I
Yeah, I
think
could
what's
see
happening is
you earlier.
my fire is brighter, and that's messing with the exposure on my camera.
Yeah.
So when that dies down a little bit, I will probably brighten up a little.
Okay.
Either that or I melted my camera lens. Who
Oh,
knows?
could be.
But I don't think it's the latter. I think it's the former. But welcome to Not Your Average Guys, the podcast. I'm doing it from outside tonight. It's a good night to be outside on the porch. Got my last beer out of the fridge. Um, Unofficially
Are you
sponsored by Wall Control.
are
You
you
can't
going
see that, but
non-alcohol after this?
after the beer,
After your
Yeah.
last beer.
nah.
After your last beer?
I also have some Woodford Reserve sitting right here, ready for after. I got an old mason jar that's been sitting out here since last time I sat out here and drank whiskey. So I guess I'm gonna have to kind of try to
That's ready to go.
clean
Has
up
it been
a
sitting there
little bit
with
of the
whiskey in it?
dust.
Or
Oh no, just dust, ash. Anyway, uh, what's been happening? Last week, I had just wrecked
opening
my
weekend
truck
of
when we
youth,
were.
right? Are you driving it or is it out of commission?
Nah, it's in the shop.
They got you a rental
I
truck?
drove it to the shop. Um, I am still in a borrowed vehicle right now, but I've got a. I just got to go pick up a rental tomorrow, probably.
Gotcha. I still have not taken my truck to have it fixed from the drunk driver that hit me.
Yeah.
It's functional, so I'll get around to it eventually.
Oh,
It's one of those things. Car insurance does not reimburse you for the inconvenience of the whole ordeal,
No.
which I kind of
nope,
feel like it ought
they
to.
sure don't.
I mean, it's a pain in the butt to work around getting cars fixed.
I think you got to get injured before they start worrying about the
Well,
inconvenience
yeah,
of the whole thing.
it would have been hard to claim injury on this one because when your drunk driver is moving 10 miles an hour and you're
And
like
you're
almost
stopped.
parked in the ditch, it's a little hard to be like, oh, no, knocked my phone on the floor.
You could.
Whenever I bent down to get it, I threw my back out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Oh, I got to double check my phone. I'm worried about it getting hot.
So,
Well,
Dan, you mentioned opening youth. Did
Oh,
you
dadgum.
see anything out there?
um, well,
I have to.
interestingly, I have a little short video I can show you of a deer that's out there that we did
You
not
do?
shoot. Yeah,
Oh,
let me see if I can find it, and then I'll show you a little video. It's not very good because it's at dusk. Let's see, share screen video. Let's see if I can at least. And it was kind of hard at dusk to get the light right. Uh, I don't know. Can you guys see that at all?
I mean, I can see
Yeah.
something.
I see it. I can see it moving a little bit. Saw eyeball flash.
So probably that's not the best view of it. So it's probably 100 yards away at dusk. And I don't know. There we go. There was a good little bit of a view of it. Let's see if it'll. Nah. It really doesn't come. It really doesn't translate on the screen, I don't think. But he's not as big as. Nah, I don't know. He might be in this range, somewhere close, maybe not
Really?
quite there, of that guy.
Nice.
He's got a little more width, but he's not very tall.
Why didn't you shoot it?
And he was out. So I was actually hunting archery. Asa was back in the woods with the gun, and he has his hunter safety, so he can hunt by himself during the season. But he actually probably saw him in the morning and didn't get his gun around to nab him. So now why is my thing not? Trying to figure out how to. Here. This is not anything to do with.
Did you find that on
That's
the
not the same deer. That's not the same deer, Dan.
Well, it's not, and I'm trying to
They
figure
don't
out
shed.
how to
They don't shed the
actually-
whole thing.
I can't figure out how to interact with my screen here. I don't understand what's going on. Stop sharing, view tab.
Looks like you got some big
Weird.
holes, Doug.
Yeah, I had to have something to send the. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing for a second.
Okay.
I can't seem to. I wanted to show you my deer from last year, but for whatever reason, I can no longer interact with my window here.
Hmm.
Huh. That's weird. So typically, I will, if I have a deer that I don't want to mount, but I also don't want it to have, here we go. I got it. So I don't want to mount it. I just want to do a European. I'll just bury it and
Yep.
leave it for the whole year buried with a like a cattle waterer over it, and it'll just be it'll be clean by the next year. This deer, I left it laying too long, and the skin dried pretty substantially before I buried it, and it is freaking creepy looking now. I pulled it out yesterday, and it is grody looking. That's all skin still on it.
Yeah.
And then the ear is all, and it's hard, like the skin is like hard like a rock. I'm like, dang it. That's going to be kind of nasty to clean up now.
Yeah. What if you
pointing? Because normally there's no cartilage, it's just bone.
What if
Thought about maybe power
you
washing it, but I think it's too hard to knock it off there with the power washer.
where did you bury it? Where was it?
So where I buried it was on that dirt pile back in the back where I moved all the stuff to build my barn. And it was pretty dry under there too. Like
Yeah.
it was too dry.
I'm thinking if you were to soak that thing down and like rehydrate that skin and then bury it in like normal dirt, the bugs would
stuff
get
would
it.
probably come eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they ate around on the inside. I think all the sinew and everything inside of there is gone. But the skin is like that. I don't know. It looks like something from a creepy Indian witch doctor's house. That's what it looks like. Not exactly what I was hoping to put on the wall this year. Because that dude is actually pretty much in the range, albeit a little thinner than our kind of decent ones, that we've gotten out there. It's in the size range, just not in the like thickness of the beams and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that. Yeah, how about you, Jimmy? How did you guys do?
So Ellett and I went out Saturday afternoon, evening, and didn't see anything.
That's the only time.
Yeah, pretty uneventful.
We didn't. I saw one little spike buck or fork buck in the morning, and I saw one doe in the evening while I was on stand. And then both times in the evening, when I came back out and went and looked over our pond dam down into Doug's field, there was a bunch of deer just grazing out on Doug's field. And
we did spook
like
a couple
always,
walking to the stand, but that was it.
Evening or morning? Evening?
Well, we didn't do a morning hunt, so it would have been like early afternoon, 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah. I am like 5%. Like, tell me your thoughts on this. I think we've had this conversation before, but I think this is a good conversation for here. So, talking about deer hunting and talking about the value of getting into the stand before light. And I'm working on a little bit of a theory that I don't have anything to substantiate. But my theory right now is get into the stand like well before shooting, to where you're walking in there at, an hour before daylight. Get in your stand, get settled, take your nap, wake back up whenever it gets light. Okay?
Yeah.
Good plan.
I'm liking this. Yeah.
Go in, thumbs down to going in like we normally do, which is where you're just getting to your stand and it's like gonna be shooting in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Maybe better plan, depending on the stand and depending on your approach path. Like if you're gonna take a loud four-wheeler and just circle it around in the woods a few times, maybe the better plan is to just wait till it's light enough that during your whole walk in, you could treat it like a stalk, and you could actually see if you're potentially going to disturb deer, and just wait till it's light enough that you could actually walk in quietly and actually see what you're doing, potentially stop if you're going to kick something up. What do you think about that? Like real early, or just wait till it's light and walk in? And
I think there's
that's
pros
stand
to all of
dependent.
them.
What's the pro to the middle one?
To the middle one?
Yeah, the just getting in right before light.
Sleeping in a little bit more.
Yeah.
That is a pro.
Just bumming around camp a little bit more.
But you could do that for the later one.
Yep.
Get even more sleep. So and the thing is, like, I don't know if there's anybody who has like a full, like, it just is like classically when you're going to go deer hunting in the morning, you get in before it's light and you're sitting in the stand, right? But I have gone and gotten in a stand and literally not pulled my gun up and there's deer walking under me. Like, Like it seems like, depending on the scenario, there's just no, like, there's no predicting what deer might be doing in the dark or where they might be in the dark.
I know where they're
So are
at
you
about 2 o'clock in the morning every night.
in
Under
your
your
yard?
stand.
Like 10 feet from my house.
Do you guys want to see something unrelated to deer hunting as a little side quest here?
Sure.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't know what the difference between these two is. Let me see what this one is. Oh no, I don't want that one. Wait, what? I'm so confused.
I can't even see it.
Well, I'm trying to pull up something, but it's not coming up. Yeah.
When you guys are smoking cigars, do you find that a lot of smoke just kind of like hangs out in your mustache? Like way more than you would think could just sit in a mustache?
I don't usually have that issue.
Interesting.
Now, the smell of smoke hangs out in my mustache for a few days
Mm-hmm.
after.
Yeah.
Well, I can't seem to get this to work.
Okay.
So this isn't going to work.
Hmm.
I'm attempting something else. See what happens here. Okay, let's see. I don't know what that's trying to do. Okay. Never mind.
We have no
okay,
idea
so
either.
yeah, it's a Sora 2 thing. My bro sent me a video of his, and I was gonna share it, but everything that I try to switch it from the phone to the computer wants me to log in and start an account, and I don't think. Let's see what happens.
Well,
Let's see if I.
what if you were to just like give us some idea of what you're talking about?
So it's a Sora. So Sora 2, you can use your own likeness and make videos of anything you want. You can deep
Yep.
fake.
I've
Sora
seen it
You can
2.
on.
deep fake
It's all over
yourself.
Facebook.
Is it? But is it really
Dude.
dumb videos? I don't know. I'm not on Facebook these days. So
Yeah, like I would say, I don't know. It would seem that as you're scrolling along, there's maybe 10 to 20% is AI generated videos or articles with like
oh, dude, I
pictures.
noticed that. Yeah.
Is that plane crash in Louisville? Is that real or AI?
Plane
Oh,
crash
here it
in
goes.
Louisville today.
Here it goes.
Yeah, a UPS
So
cargo plane crashed at the end of the runway and blew up.
Whoa, blew up.
Yeah, like
all right,
it's
here we go.
massive fire.
Here it is. This dude looks exactly like my brother. except
Just
his
exactly
eyes
like
are a
me.
little bit more like except his eyes are a little bit more surprised looking. My brother doesn't usually look that surprised, or maybe stern. I don't know. But am I wrong that it's like I don't
Yeah,
know
looks
exactly
pretty
what he's
good.
doing with it, but it's real good. He just got his invite to it apparently, and yeah, like the thing is, like, you see people making like all of these dumb short videos,
Apparently you have
and
sound
again,
muted. Where is there sound to that?
I don't know if there's sound. I don't hear it.
Same.
Hmm. Our viewer
I
says
don't
the
hear it.
sound is muted.
Sound is muted. Let's see. Here we go.
Now the stories begin where his footprints end.
Oh,
They said no one comes back from Atlas. He went anyway. Trevor Mauch, legend among soldiers, the man who boarded the ship alone. Now the stories begin where his footprints end. They said no one comes back from Atlas.
Trevor
He went
Mauch.
anyway. Trevor Mauch, legend among soldiers, the man who
Trevor
boarded the
Mauch.
ship alone. Now the stories
Trevor
begin
Mauch.
where his footprints end. They said no one comes back from Atlas. He went anyway. Trevor Mauch, legend among soldiers, the man.
So I don't know if he wrote that or I'm not sure, but I mean, like you could basically like make it seems like a mini series of any storytelling type of thing. Like it, I guess my point is it could be being used so much better than people are using it that it's kind of ridiculous.
well then do
I
it,
think it's
Dan.
the same thing. I think it's the same thing with the music. I'm working on the music side of it at the moment.
Yeah.
Um, like no, like who do people really want to see another black bear coming up on their porch and their dog chasing it away?
Apparently,
Like,
oh like
like,
Jimmy has
do
some of
they
those videos of black bear coming up
of
on his porch.
of himself
Yeah, real ones, not fake ones. Not here
on your porch at your
Apparently,
house?
it's only like 4 or
in
5 second
Wisconsin.
videos right now, is what it'll make for you.
Oh, okay. But I mean, it's just a matter of time. I mean,
Mhm.
literally and figuratively. Um, so I'll tell you something else that's happening in my world right now. So
Okay.
there's a house nearby that is being rented as a hunting lodge. It's
Okay.
just a house like on 20 acres, just like our house.
Okay.
Smaller than our house, being rented as a hunting lodge, and the people who are renting it are renting our cabin for the host, like the guides to stay in at night, because right now their place is full of guests, right?
Oh, interesting.
They're they're driving to Archie or Adrian, so 45 minutes to get from where they're staying to where they're hunting. And then
Okay.
some of them are going closer to Clinton.
Hmm.
And there apparently is like,
They're all hunting public land.
no, they're hunting private land. Yeah,
Okay.
they're hunting private land. Supposedly. I mean, I don't know that much about it. I looked up the guide service on Facebook, and they do hunts here. They do spoonbill fishing. They do turkey hunts. They do whitetail. I think some bird hunting, and then they go out to Idaho and do bear hunts.
Hmm.
And um, it my B&B is like, this is kind of a slow time for it unless a hunting, you know, group gets it.
Your main one or your
The big
cabin?
one,
Both.
the big one. Yeah, the big one's pretty slow this time of year unless like usually like sometimes people rent it as like their base camp for hunting out in that area.
Yeah.
And those will
Sometimes
generally be good bookings.
And sometimes they'll tell you that
Something.
they're not hunting on your property, even if they actually are.
Yeah, sometimes that happens too.
And sometimes they'll leave their evidence behind.
Yeah, like their arrows in my stand and they're blind on my property, which I kept. But I don't know, it kind of got me thinking about the whole hunting thing. And
Hmm.
apparently land in proximity to cities is like kind of high dollar for leases if
Yeah.
you only have going on the internet to find it. And
Hmm.
also apparently there's like a few different styles, I guess you'd say, of hunting get ups. One is like guided hunts like these folks are doing. People pay to come in, go hunting on private land with guides, which
Yeah.
as a local, maybe if you're in Wyoming, you also think it's funny that people pay guides to show you around. But I feel like not as much when you're talking in the mountains and like having to like get mules and pack stuff up to camps. But the other is apparently there's hunting clubs. Isn't your brother, Jimmy, isn't your brother part of like a hunting or shooting club or something?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh man,
No?
Joel, he joined some sportsman's club at some
Oh,
point.
yeah, he did do something.
I
I
don't
don't know how serious that was though.
I don't know if that lasted either. I haven't heard
Oh,
anything
really?
about it in a while, but that's a good reminder. I'm gonna have to ask him about that.
You should ask him about that. But I it I don't have the desire to like guide hunts, but like line up maybe 1,000 acres of leased land and host people out there, out in that area, who are more like a hunting club than like guided trips. Seems like a viable thing.
Yeah.
I mean, especially since the fall isn't like the busiest time, and I could pretty easily just be like, nah, fall from from basically this time till winter is all for hunting club people rather than for renting it out to groups.
Yeah.
But if it's true, people pay like two, three, $4,000 a year to be part of something like that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know anybody who does it personally, but um, I mean, if you think about it, it's probably for a lot of people about the only way they're going to get access to hunting without a guide. Like they're just not going to know anybody who has 100 acres or 50 acres or a couple hundred acres generally.
Right.
Um,
That's true.
I don't know. Your thoughts on it? Is there a, is there, is that goofy?
I don't think it's goofy if people are paying you to do it.
Yeah.
What do you think it would take for you to essentially um like you would somewhat be kind of like a lease broker at that point. Like what do you think it would take for you to get uh access to as much land as you would want to have?
I I I mean, so the numbers that the computer was generating were, I thought, pretty low for what, like it was saying like 10, like let's say that you started off with obviously you're going to start with a limited number of members possible because you're going to start off with a limited amount of land. But if you were at 10 members for even $2,000, you have $20,000 to work with. And then if you had 10 members, it was saying like 400 acres of leases would be enough for 10 members. I don't know, because I think it would take the right mix of hunters and the exact right type of property to make 400 acres stretch over, let's say that it was 5 pairs of guys or 5 father-son type of deals. Like, you're not going to have them all out there on opening day of rifle season, you know. You're going to have, I feel like 100 acres per pair is probably a better notion of the total. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
And not that you're saying you can't hunt any of the other land, but like proportionally, it seems like people would be like, now if I was going to spend $4,000, I'd go get 100 acres somewhere myself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had 10 members and you had 500 acres, and you'd have a certain limitation of how many days, you know, pressure wise, of how many days you would allow hunts. And maybe it's some kind of like I don't know if you'd have like a lottery for areas maybe or something as like your primary area, and then people could trade them. I don't know. Is that how? I've never run a hunting club, but these are the kind of things that
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
think is like, if you had 500 acres leased, even if it was in like 2 different parcels or 3 different parcels, but it was good land, and you had 10 members and you had $20,000 to work with, I think you'd spend half of it on land and upgrades like food plots and stuff like that. Would be my guess.
So here's my instinct on a hunting club. I think if you're talking hunting club, that membership into that is going to get you more than just rifle season or archery season. Like, you're going to come hunt spring turkey, and you're going
Right.
to hunt upland game, birds in the summertime.
Summertime.
Is that right?
I think it would be. I mean, it's gonna be basically archer. Like almost all the hunting is archery is almost covering the entire hunting season. I think
So not
there's not
so
there's
just
not
so
much.
deer only.
No, I'm just saying like seasons wise, archery season end to end is like hunting season. And almost all of the other hunting seasons fit inside of that except for spring turkey. Like that's the only um yeah. Cuz I can't think of anything like all of your waterfowl is all seasons that are based around, you know, fall
So
into winter.
would your
Goose is
so
winter.
so are you saying that your hunting club would include that stuff, like opportunity for
I think
those
so.
seasons as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think that you would have to establish like this is how many deer or deer of a certain size were taken off of our lease land per year. This is how many days of turkey hunting you get per year. Like you'd have to have some kind of, rule of law about how you do it. And I'm thinking, based on what I see out there in the numbers, the most expensive hunting is deer hunting.
Yes. In our
Like
area.
turkey hunting, in our area, turkey hunting is popular, but it's like $400 or $500 for a turkey trip versus like 2,000 to 3,000 for a deer trip. And turkey trips a lot of times aren't like 3-day multi-night things. And for whatever reason, people think that you can hunt turkeys on smaller pieces of land. I'm like, I don't see how that's possible. I mean, like, it seems like you got to go wherever the turkeys are, and you need something substantial to hunt turkeys, personally. That's my thought anyway. But I don't know. And then I guess my point would be that you could probably sell a little better hunting club if you had a location like our Airbnb and had like certain weekends every month where you could provide an upgrade for lodging or a certain number of nights of lodging as part of the package or something. I don't know.
So interesting idea. Yeah, you could finish out the basement as a bunkhouse, and that would be included. And the upstairs would be an upgrade.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Like the hunting club would have the lodge, which would be the basement bunkhouse.
Yeah.
And you could finish it out, warm and cozy and partitioned sleeping areas maybe or something like that. What is there down there for rooms? Is there 2 bedrooms kinda?
So the one problem with it is that the 1 bedroom is like you have to go into it to get to the bathroom.
To go to the bathroom. That's right.
Yeah. And then there's another bedroom that's in that we use as our storage closet, which wouldn't be hard to clean out and not have storage stuff in it. And then there's that big area where you could put probably 3 or 4 bunk beds. And if you did it as a hunting lodge where people could like get a key, you'd be like, hey, I'm not cleaning this place every time somebody stays here. You got to clean up after yourself. If you're like,
yeah,
this is access to other members.
You're not going to provide bedding and stuff.
Right. It's just the bunkhouse. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a kind of fun way to spend your fall instead of working to me. I don't know if I could, I'd have to generate more than 10 grand to make it worth my whole fall. But I mean, and the other thing is, I think that, so here's my other theory. I think that you could potentially get more land for fewer days by going and talking to every farmer in the area versus getting, man, this is our lockdown leased land that nobody else can hunt on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like when people pay $20 an acre to lease land, they get pretty substantial rights to the land.
Yeah.
Right. Where if you went to some farmers and you were like, hey, we'd like to lease the land. We'll put in some food plots for you. You can still hunt on it, and your grandkids can still hunt on it, but our hunting club, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people feel about this kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you
but
would, just kind of test the waters on something like that.
yeah, the difficulty is getting the cash to lease the land before you have, it's a catch 22. If you got the members, you've got the cash to go lease land. If you don't have the members, if you have the land, you need to go find the members. And it'd put you under pretty quick if you went out
Well,
and
you kind
leased,
of already have some
you
land,
know.
don't you?
I, yeah, we do have some land, but I'd say best case scenario, our land is 3 hunters, like it's just like it's difficult to get into spots where you can hunt without kicking the deer up as you go into them.
Well, maybe
3
you
hunters at a
need,
time.
maybe what you need on your place is a off-grid cabin back in the
That you
corner.
can hunt out of.
Back in
Yeah,
the corner, so you are
this is
back
true.
there when you wake up.
Yeah, that's probably true. And I think that we could substantially increase our I don't know, holding attractiveness to whitetail by just putting a few acres of food plots out on our field. I mean, we got 35 acres of just grass and hill pasture, basically. We
Yep.
have the water. We have multiple bodies of water. We could
Dude,
easily put in 3 food plots or 4 food plots in there, and the deer would be
what would
chomping
Doug
at the bit to come up there.
what would Doug charge you to just, when he's planting beans, come over there and drill
He
3
doesn't.
passes?
He doesn't.
He's
He just
cattle only.
he does cattle, and he cash rents his beans out, or cash rents his bean land out to somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Huh. Well, that's not
That's
helpful.
the difficulty there. Nope, not helpful at all.
Well,
I'll be right back.
how about this? What if
I'm
you
still listening?
What if you went out and spent like 80 grand on a tractor and about 25 grand on a planter or a drill? How long do you think it would take you to get right side up in that venture again?
Infinite. Infinite time.
And then started renting your property out for $2,000 a year.
That's the thing. Like, the only way that I get the money, that's one of the issues. The only way I get the money to upgrade my property for deer hunting is to have a financial motivation to get the equipment to do another 20 acres of beans every year or something, but I honestly, though, I think that with the right brush killing equipment and a not backpack, like one of those, are they backpack? Like one of those spreaders, I think you could get a long way with preparing land the cheap way.
Dude, there is on Facebook Marketplace, I'm pretty sure it's still on there right now. There is a small PTO spreader for like $150, I think.
Yeah. So you just leave it on the back. It's just mounted
on
the back
of your tractor.
And it
PTO
like
runs it
whirls.
and it flings out whatever you put in it. You can load it up with, 100 pounds of whatever it is you're spreading, or
That'd
200
probably be
pounds.
the
I
way
don't
to
know how
go.
big the hopper is.
Yeah. Well, and if you got land that was within tractor driving distance, you could probably drive around that neighborhood of where the plot property is and spread, you know, mow all your properties one weekend and go out and plant them all with whatever the next weekend.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just kind of an interesting thought experiment. And when you've got a property I mean, that's a good area for hunting land.
Yeah.
At one point, I may have talked about it before. At one point, Bass Pro had bought up a bunch of land and leased a bunch of land for like their, I don't know what they call it. Their probably guided hunt type stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things that they did was, man, they they have a property still that the well driller that worked on my well a while back said he's been down there and drilled wells for them. They bought old quarries, so
Yeah.
they had stripped the rock out of all these things, and so they have these like 40-50 foot deep lakes that are
Yeah.
super cold and stuff, and they can grow like your fish that just don't
Trout and
naturally, yeah, live around here.
got trout
Um,
and walleye in them.
yeah, I think walleye was what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Um, so like it's a known area for hunting leases. We've had people come up from down south that were leasing hunting properties, but that also might mean that it's expensive to hunt, to rent hunting land there because of,
Hmm.
I mean,
Because there's already some demand.
there's a certain amount of demand for it. Yeah. But I don't know. Like it I think that when I was looking into it, the economics, I don't understand the economics of being a full-time guide. Like I just don't I can't picture how you do that without having some other form of income that allows you to do it. Because
So I
it's
don't
almost
think there
impossible to
is
charge
such a thing
enough.
as a full-time guide.
Yeah.
I mean, like my brother used to work for a guy who guided not specifically hunting trips, but he guided miscellaneous things. And
Hmm.
it's a very specific season. And so he had a handyman company service essentially.
Yeah.
And whenever he wasn't headed out to Colorado or Wyoming or wherever he liked to go, he was painting houses and doing bathroom remodels and this and that. And he did it because that's what he liked to do. Like it was some income, but it allowed him to spend all that time doing that stuff that he wanted to do anyway.
Yeah. So, but like
Also, he
even
didn't
like
have a
let's just say
family.
you need, oh, okay. I was gonna say let's say you need 3 months of income. I mean, you're gonna like for white, okay, for elk, I could kind of see doing an elk and bear thing where you go up into national forest land and you figure out where you need to guide people and you guide them. But like for deer, there's like a whole cycle of activities that you need to do all year round to get that land. I mean, because like my land, I I feel like it's probably like really, really good when the rut is on because it's good land for deer to travel through.
Mm-hmm.
But without having planted the food sources, it's not a
Destination.
like it's not a destination. And like the deer traffic, like just being there 2 nights and seeing that all the deer in the area are down on those fields down in the bottom, I'm gonna have to plant some stuff up there to get them to daily frequent my land like they
Mm-hmm.
do down there. And that's only 500 yards away, But to get on a deer, you got to get on it, like right on it, and it needs to be there regularly.
And it needs to not be on the neighbor's property.
It needs to not be on the neighbor property, ideally.
Yeah.
Ideally.
I mean, I think about those box stands that are all hunting the tree line out
Yeah.
where we go.
Yeah.
And I think like you guys are 100% relying on the fact that they
Our
live in those
habitat.
woods, in our
Right.
habitat, and you draw them out with your food source to your habitat.
Right.
Like that's the play. 100%.
Yeah.
Not a bad plan though.
It's not a bad plan. And I bet everybody around there, if they lease those properties out, get pretty good leases on them because of that play.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got. I've just been thinking about
Mm.
that as my guests have been hunting lodge people.
Ask them.
All right.
I've got the guy's number, the owner of it. I figured I'd bug him after the hunting season was over about it. I don't know if does a guy who's trying to run hunting camps, does he want to tell anybody else his magic formula?
It depends
I
on
don't
how
know.
nice, cool of a guy he is.
Yeah.
I
Some
mean,
people
he
welcome
might
the
want to rent
competition.
our property for it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, man. Maybe you do that for a couple of years.
Do what? Which?
Rent it out.
To him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or somebody like him. Yeah.
Make like try to start getting some of that income stream in, and with the idea or the plan of putting that into that club situation.
Here's what's nuts about it. If somebody leased the property for even the high end 25 an acre, what I would consider to be the high end of the potential, they would pay me the same as what a good rental weekend brings in on the house,
Hmm.
And so it's like, that being the case, I would think that your hunting club with a lodge and say 500 or 1,000 acres of land within 5 miles of it
Mm-hmm.
would be a pretty good, it would be an interesting proposition for the right type of clientele.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you would think.
I mean, yeah, if you're the kind of dude that doesn't mind paying a whole bunch of money to go hunting.
It's actually pretty crazy. What do you think you spend a year hunting?
Me
Jimmy?
personally?
Yeah. Hunting and fishing. Hunting and fishing. What do you think you spend? Licenses, equipment, everything.
I don't know, a couple $100.
Same.
Do you know how much money is spent on hunting, like how much money is brought into the Missouri economy by hunting, though? If you were to guess, I'm going to look it up. You just guess.
40 million. I have no idea.
What do you think, Darcy?
I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say, I'm going to double that. And I think I'm still going to be low. So I'm going to go 120 million.
40 million, 120 million?
Yeah. Revenue, you're talking revenue brought to the state due to hunting.
Yeah, so we're talking hunting, lodging, like anything that would not happen if it wasn't for hunting and fishing. Was what
You're talking about
you
in
got to
general,
consider.
like, overall, not just to the actual.
Not just to the conservation department.
No, just activity. Total activity, lodging, hunting, fishing, licenses, gear.
I thought you were talking like just directly to like the Missouri Conservation Department.
No. Yeah. And then edit your own spend in a year based on what you come up with here. I have the number.
I can't. I have no. I mean, it has to be like $100 million.
Okay, you've got 100 million, so you doubled plus. Are you going to double plus? Are you going to go to 300 million, Darcy?
No, I'm sticking. No. Well, no. I'm staying at 120.
120 and $100 million. And I knew you were way off when you said it, just to be clear. I didn't know how much, but I knew you were off by at least $1 billion. Okay. I knew that when you said it. Okay. But your revised number is still probably only $100 a year or $300, right? Jimmy?
Me?
Because you don't pay for any lodging.
Right.
You don't pay for like, you might buy a fishing pole, but like that's probably not every year.
That's like
right?
every 5 years.
Every 5 years. And
Yeah,
Darcy,
and the fishing poles that I buy are like $20.
Yeah.
And they
Okay.
also last me like 5 to 10 years.
$3 billion
is what they say hunting brings
what
into Missouri.
Missouri Conservation says that hunting and fishing activities bring $3 billion.
I mean, what all does that number include? Are we talking about a boat sale and gun sales and taxidermy sales? Like what is this number?
I would say it has to include that, because like if you didn't do it, if you wouldn't have done that purchase were it not for hunting or fishing, then it has to count. Yeah. So you would have to, I mean, it doesn't say in this, but yeah, you'd have to include taxidermy. You'd have to include how everything Tracker Boats does. You'd have to include everything that Bass Pro sells. You'd have to include all your licenses and, lodging at hunting, at hotels because of hunting season,
Yeah.
What do you think you spend, Dan?
I spent at least 1,000 last year because I bought those deer stands. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of them that you own but haven't paid me for yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Darcy probably spent that last year too.
$1,000.
Did he?
Didn't you buy a bow or something?
Oh yeah.
I did buy a bow 2 years ago.
Once in a 20-year lifetime, he bought a bow.
Can you prorate that over 20 years?
You can't. I think so. So like, I don't consider the money that I spend owning the Rock House as a cost, but it would be negative because I actually make money on owning that property. Okay, For broader outdoor recreation, including hunting, fishing, and boating. So boating apparently was not included in the 3 billion. The economic contribution in Missouri in 2021 was about $7.9 billion of value added and 83,400 jobs.
I wonder how much of
That's
that goes
outdoor
directly
recreation.
to. Wonder how much
That's
of that
all
goes
outdoor
directly to
recreation.
Johnny Morris.
The
60%.
Wait, who's Johnny Morris? Johnny
owner
The
of
Morris.
Bass
owner.
Pro.
Oh, yeah, probably half of it. Because doesn't he also have the Big Cedar Lodge, and doesn't he
Yes.
have
And
like
Cabela's.
Cabela's and the Fishing Channel? I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm just making stuff up. Yeah. So like then, well, yeah, you can see why somebody like that would have the money to buy up a whole county and lease it for hunting land.
Mhm.
But I mean, so that being the case, it doesn't seem unfathomable to go, I've got a property in pretty prime area of hunting. Could I get 10 or 15 people to, so I think that the target, here's my other, like, not to work through my imaginary business plan here all the time, but I think the target would be dude and son who don't have a lot of hunting experience but want to get into it and don't really want to go try to figure it out completely alone. So they want to join a hunting club instead of going and trying to find 200 acres to pay $25 an acre to lease by themselves. They actually are more willing to share their hunting land, so to speak, to get the benefit of other hunters who actually know what they're doing.
So it's
Those
kind
other
of
people
like
who know what they're doing get a discount because they're hunting with people that don't know what they're doing.
no.
Well, I don't think
No.
that the ones that like, because the thing is the number of times that your club is going to interact is going to be like 2 or 3 times a year. Like you're going to get everybody together to go plant the soybeans and everything, because that's going to be like a required work day for the club. And then you're going to have like the night you guys get together and draw for hunting, you know,
This is starting to sound like a
their
church.
their areas 3 times a year. Is that, oh, because yeah, I guess if people only go to church 3 times a year, it probably does
Yeah.
sound like a church.
And
I
they're
mean,
gonna
what's the point
require
of the
me to be
club if
there
you
for
don't get
certain equipping nights and
people together? What's
Yeah.
the point of having the club thing? I guess. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun. If I had money, I'd join one just to see what it was like.
Well, maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to find one, join up. You did that.
See how it is.
You did that not too long ago.
That was way cheaper than a hunting club, though. It wasn't even very expensive. I don't know. I'd probably need to find one and like at least interact with the head honcho of it to try to understand.
Maybe you should just interview Joel.
Maybe.
that would
I'm
be.
afraid if I called Joel on the phone, I wouldn't even know who he was. I haven't talked to him in so long that
May not.
I'd be like, am I talking to Jimmy? Am I talking to Jeremy? Who am I talking to here?
Yeah, you may get us confused.
Jared? Is that your other brother? Is
Yeah.
it Jared?
Yeah.
I don't even know Jared. I think I've only ever seen Jared once, maybe.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Maybe over at Jeremy's swimming one time or something.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't hunt.
He golfs.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got a baby on the way. He can do any time.
Oh, yeah. Is he married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been married for a few years.
I don't think he was married when I saw him, if I remember right.
Probably not.
Yeah.
He's got a second baby on the way.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah, I think that I think most of my ideas, what they lack is like knowing anything about how to execute on them. And I get into some crazy ones just simply because I know how to do it. I got my what is it? I got my building, not permit, like the everything inspection. Like I'm inspected up to the point where you can sheetrock, you can insulate, you can do everything right up to the final.
Nice.
Today I passed it.
Sweet.
Oh, heck yeah.
You got your electric panel fixed back up.
Mm-hmm. My electrician finally showed up on Saturday, and he talked on the phone while I did everything, and every once in a while he came over and was like, now what you're going to need to do is, and he'd tell me, and my drywaller was there, and he's like, is that guy going to do anything or just talk about doing it?
I thought
And
you
I
were
was
going to say
like,
your drywaller was there saying, wait a minute.
is that
How
all I
come
have to do is just show up and tell you how to do this?
Can I just tell you what to do?
Are you not your drywaller?
Well, I don't know. I told my drywaller, I told him straight up, I was like, hey, I'm out of two things, money and time. If you're willing to come give me an estimate on this drywall, I'll decide whether I can afford the time more or the money more. But you just have to understand that I'm kind of out of both. So if you can't get on it fast, or the price isn't right, I'm gonna just do it myself. So he hasn't got a price back to me, and it's Tuesday. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna get me a price, or I don't know if I'm gonna be drywalling it myself. But I'm none too excited about drywalling it myself. I can tell you
some
that.
drywalling today.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ever do like 5,000 square feet of drywalling? It's a pain.
This was less than 3 4x8 pieces.
That'd be nice.
Was it over at them Trump supporters' house?
Yeah. It was across the street from the non-Trump supporters' house.
What's that mean? What's a non-Trump supporter?
If you had Snapchat, you would know.
Yeah, if you had Snap. This is a sign on their front porch.
Why would you bother with that?
And it's like screwed to their house.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's kind of awesome.
I don't either. I mean, it's fun. Like
Right.
if nothing else, it's fun, right?
And it's probably
It's
probably like 12 inches wide and 20 inches tall.
So do you talk to them? You knock on their door and be like, so, hey, tell me how you really feel.
Their house was guarded by a giant serpent.
Yeah, they have a big giant snake on
What?
the front porch.
An actual snake?
Well,
Or one
turns
they
out
put
it's
there?
not real, but it's there.
I don't understand.
Just a big rubber
Why?
snake on the front porch, just underneath of that Trump sign. I don't know. There's some weird people, I guess.
That's interesting.
My fire's dying down, and I'm losing warmth. I'm gonna have to go throw some wood on there. Dan, switching gears a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a play on words. What happened with the Katy Trail people?
Oh, yeah. So, my next door neighbor, I talked to him, and he went and picked him up on the trail, and he hauled them there. They stayed. They said it was great. They left me some cash, and they packed up in the morning, moved on, and then I did their laundry. I washed their sheets whenever I was out there hunting.
You do the old
So I
cash
didn't-
on the counter deal?
I did the cash on the counter deal right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely did more cooking than I would have thought for people that were riding bicycles. But most of their cooking was like
It takes
the
a lot of
freeze
energy.
dried. Yeah. They said
Did
they
use
didn't.
your,
They didn't.
the meat in your refrigerator?
No, there's no meat in there.
Oh.
There's only ever like just a frozen, like one of the nice pizzas. And I've got a couple cans of like the big cans of pork and beans with bacon. But I don't really keep any food. I don't keep any substantial food out there. I probably should, but I have found that when I've kept like condiments and things like that in the basement, they wind up in the upstairs refrigerator open. And I'm like that's about the only time I ever know if somebody's been in the basement is they were short
When they
something
go down
and they're
there
like, well, I wonder what's in the basement. And they go down there and they find my stuff and they use it. And I'm like, obviously
they don't even
my
put it
party.
back where they found it.
Well, no, they can't because they've opened it at that point. Obviously, my Costco packs of condiments and batter for fish frying and all this kind of stuff is not for my guests because it's locked in the basement. But people still apparently, I say people, 2 times people have gotten that stuff out. It's not like some regular event or anything. But yeah, I don't know. No, they were fine. They were all like in their 70s and they were running the trail from St. Louis to
So they weren't high schoolers.
Pleasant Hill or wherever it ends. No, they were not. I'm sure I've got them on camera because I have that camera, but I never check it I basically never check the cameras unless there's something wrong. And then I'll check them.
Where
Or
do you
if
have
I'm like
set up at?
I just have a camera that does it has a pivot, so it'll follow somebody, and it's on one corner of the house, so it'll do the entire driveway, and basically the one camera does half the house, which is the only way that someone would get into the property unless they were sneaking in from the woods, which I mean they'd have to cross a mile of woods to get to the house from the back, basically.
And other people's property.
Yeah, and other people's property. So the likelihood that somebody's coming up there,
Right.
pretty minimal from that other direction. But
boy, I just put a log on my fire and it's got real smoky now.
I can see
yeah,
it.
it looks a little smoky.
It's burning my nose hairs. It's real smoky.
You
Well-
guys are both wearing Chiefs Chiefs hats, or is that what you're wearing?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Did the Chiefs lose or win? Win or lose?
They lose. They
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 lose.
lose. Yep.
They're good or bad? I mean, I'm sure it's always bad, but like, was it a bad lose or was it like a
It was like 28-21.
So one score, a little over a one score. Okay.
It wasn't terrible, but they definitely didn't play well.
Okay.
But also, it's not a. It wasn't a surprising loss. Like what the last is it the last 5 years we've lost to Buffalo
Five
in the regular
times.
season
Yeah.
and
Really?
beat them in the postseason.
Wow. Okay. So that's the other up and comer quarterback, right?
Well, a lot of people say he's like he and Mahomes are just about the same as far as how good they are. But
Yeah.
he's never won a Super Bowl or been to the Super Bowl.
Oh, he hasn't even been.
Right.
Nope.
Remind me of his name. I know I can picture his face.
Josh
Allen.
Allen. Yeah. So he's not been to the Super Bowl, but he's got a very similar record to Holmes in the regular season or whatever.
Yeah, he's got a solid
regu-
regular season record. He's a very, very good quarterback. But Mahomes beats him every year in the playoffs.
So far.
Yeah,
So far.
up to this point.
I saw a clip. I didn't watch the game. I saw a clip of Mahomes getting bonked a good one on the sideline.
Yeah.
Was that in that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they take him out for concussion watch or whatever?
No, they didn't
No.
even
No.
sit him.
They what?
Nah, he
They
was
didn't even sit
They
him.
let
He
him
just
stay in?
went right back in.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a whiplash deal on his noggin.
It looked pretty
Could have
rough.
been bad. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a late hit, really. I mean, was it? Like, they didn't get a
They didn't get a
technical or
penalty.
anything for that.
No.
They didn't
It
get
was
a
a
penalty
legal
for it.
hit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
I mean,
Because,
dude
I mean, like,
was
he
on
was,
the
like,
way
releasing when they
as-
grabbed him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't want to get hit, you should have gone down before that, at that point.
Yeah,
Basically.
or not try to throw the ball, just run out of bounds.
Yeah.
Did he get the throw, or was it a no? Nothing. Bird.
No.
It was an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
that
bummer.
was that though? That wasn't the one that he was called for pass interference. I mean, not pass interference, for intentional grounding.
It wasn't. Yeah, there was another play that he threw the ball, it got tipped, and then just kind of went off in the middle of nowhere. And they
Mhm.
called a penalty on Mahomes for intentional grounding, which is not a thing.
Not if the ball gets tipped.
When you throw it overhand and it gets touched by the other
And
player,
someone
that's
else,
not, you
yeah.
can't. If
That
you
can't
have
be.
no receiver and you just clear throw it out there and you're not in the you're in the pocket, then it is.
And that's a 10-yard penalty, intentional grounding. If there's
Yeah.
no receiver in the zone.
In the general
In the
area.
vicinity. Yeah. Did they get it? Did they retract it or did they leave it? It stood.
No. It's not reviewable.
What? What's the difference? What's reviewable and not reviewable at that
No
point?
one knows.
Like, I thought you could review the coach picking their nose at this point in the league.
Yeah, no kidding. Pretty much.
Like, I thought they could review almost everything.
They can. Not that, though.
Not that.
Andy Reid was trying to get them to do something about it, but they came on and they were like, that play is not reviewable.
Even though they got it wrong.
Yeah.
And they knew they got it wrong.
And and everybody knew they got it wrong.
And yeah, and so like why isn't it a what's the new thing that they say uh uh like they'll get a call from New York even on not a challenge or whatever. What's
Oh,
that? What are they saying on that? It's
yeah, I forget what they call it. I don't know.
officials. No, I can't remember what the term is for that. Where no one
Expedited something.
where
What is it?
no one challenges it, but they get word from somebody on high that
It was wrong.
yeah,
They do that now?
Yeah.
yeah, but
That that
you never know when that's going to
that's
happen.
funny.
And
That's
it
funny.
does not feel very consistent.
No.
It is funny.
Oh, that's kind of like the opposite of what was the deal you were framing with Paul back in the day? What was it? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I
And
don't
he's just
know.
like,
I did frame with
I
him.
kind of don't want to I kind of don't want to give away the punchline because it's a good story. But you questioned something about how he had framed something in the garage or something. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yes. Yeah.
Tell me
So,
this story. I'm
okay.
trying to remember this. I know the
So,
punchline. I don't remember the rest of the story.
so if so most of my framing career, I worked with Dave, the boss's brother. And because I could work with him and get along with him just fine. And plenty of guys couldn't work with Dave. Like he's a he's a great dude and we're friends to this day. He's blunt and so he's the kind of guy that could just like definitely, I mean, he could come across as an a-hole in the moment. Like if you messed something up, did something stupid, but then you still go mountain bike riding after work together. Like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't last. But some guys that every other guy on our crew ever couldn't deal with that. Like if Dave got onto him, they were pissed the whole rest of the day and he hated them and they hated him, like I can't stand that guy. He just thinks he's whatever. Anyway, I wasn't like that. We got along just fine. So anyway, I always worked with Dave. Well, Dave grabs me and he's like, "Hey, come line these walls with me." And they've already been lined. They have braces and kickers. And so we're up there sighting down this garage wall and it's got some goofy wobbles in it. And he's like looking at it and telling me to, you know, re-kick the brace. And then he tells me to go look down the wall. And so then at that point, Paul comes in and he has apparently been observing us redoing what he has already, like he's the one that braced those walls and lined them. So he comes and he tells me to get down off the ladder and he's going to climb up there and he tells Dave what to do, pull that brace or push that one, whatever. And he gets down and he goes, "Never check my work," and walks away.
Nice. I like it.
And partly he was probably later he was joking, but not then. He was like pissed because we were in there
Like
taking taking too long, wasting time on something he'd already done.
Yeah.
And I probably when he lined it, it was he probably fought it long enough, and he was just like, it's good enough. But then Dave looked at it and decided it wasn't good enough.
Yeah. And
Never
sometimes
check
that's
my
just the
work.
way it is with walls. You're just like, dude,
Yeah,
that's gonna have to be good enough. I know
we're gonna fix
that
that in
we
the soffit.
wasted too much time sometimes on walls trying to line them, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
dude, if we had gotten a little straighter 2x4s on the top because they were level and everything, even though they didn't
Yes.
look straight, and we worked by a guy who was like, see that right there? Yeah. Got that thing all the way to the roof with only 3 braces on the whole thing. Like there was framers who were every bit as proud of as few braces as they could use to line a thing as we were to, like, notch a plate and slide a thing over a 1/4 inch. Like they were like, nah, we're gonna see what we can do without a single brace.
Yeah.
And it showed. Like we saw some projects where like, dang, that was pretty rough, buddy. Like
Oh yeah.
we had
Oh,
we had one time where the boss's dad, for whatever reason, decided to there was a big old vaulted, like a living room that was like 20 feet across, and there was these 2x10 rafters that were pretty steep, and he was looking at them, and there was a lot of different thicknesses, like they were like anywhere from 9 1/4 to 9 3/4 thick, and
yeah.
for whatever reason he decided that since the drywall needed to be flat, he would put all the rafters to where the bottom of them was
Flush.
the same, flush,
Mm.
instead of the chipboard. And the guys getting on the roof and starting to do decking were like, oh my gosh, this roof is going to look horrible. And they just they were fighting, and they were pulling up tails and trying to shim them and stuff.
Yep.
And John and the soffits weren't working out. And they're like, John, what did you do to these? He's like, oh, I did on all those, I did the bottom flush instead of the top, because that drywall was going to be terrible. And it was
Oh.
on my project, but Dan, the guy I used to work for, was like, why would you do that? It's not our problem what the drywallers have to deal with, Dad. And he's like, well, I mean, they'd want it. He's like, we're the ones out here fighting the decking to get it flat. They don't have to be here for that. They can put some shims in it. But anyway, of course, it was on my job, not on Dan's job, that it all got foobar.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-mm-mm.
oh man.
All right. Well, if we're gonna wrap this up before we do, I came across this dude. I haven't met him or corresponded with him yet, but I think I'm going to. A friend of mine told me about this guy, and he has a company up here in the Northland somewhere, and it's called Dark Water Kansas City, I think. You should check it out. He's got a few videos on YouTube.
On what? YouTube?
He's on like Instagram, I think. And he's got beard products. But then his videos are it's like dark water woodwork shop talk or something like that. And he's a Christian dude who likes to draw parallels from woodworking and like the Christian life. Anyway, I'm gonna watch some of his videos. This dude that was telling me about him seems to think he's a pretty cool guy, and I was thinking we should see if we can have him on as a guest just for the heck of it. Now,
He'd be like,
unless
now, how many followers do you have?
no, so initially that's what I thought, and then I went and looked at his YouTube, and he only has like 36 followers. So
You're gonna have to send me the link.
okay,
Darkwater,
I will.
Kansas City, or KC?
Darkwater KC, I think something like that.
Found it.
Darkwater, KC.
Handcrafted beard care products.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, if you think of it, watch a few of his videos, try to get a feel for whether we want to like see if he'll come on our podcast, because I think it'd be fun to get somebody like that to chit chat with us.
He's got 1,304 followers
On
And send
Instagram,
me the link.
on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
not on YouTube.
Okay.
I haven't
He has like he has like
Instagrammed it
30 some subscribers, I think.
on YouTube.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm trying to find it. Darkwater, KC.
Who? I'm looking at his website. He's got old-fashioned beard oil.
yeah. I think he's got some interesting stuff.
Oh yeah,
I
92
think I found it.
subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, 92?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically he's not like out of reach.
He's not too big for this show.
Nah.
Nice. All right. That'd be kind of fun.
Anyway, yeah, if you think of it, watch a couple of his videos and just see what we'll see what we think.
Okay.
All right. So
All right. Sounds good.
that's the Not Your Average Guys show.
We might have a lot more followers by the next time we talk about him.
Yeah, probably. All of our subscribers and followers are going to go find him.
Yes. Yeah,
if you're looking for him, subscriber, follower, viewer, he's got funky like cartoon Viking art on his page. Kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he drew that stuff.
Oh, fun.
So anyway, all right. So that's something for our viewer to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Our viewer, are you in, viewer? Are you even here, viewer?
Oh man, you have a beard sometimes, viewer. Anyway.
All right.
We're gonna call that a wrap.
Yeah.
Not Your Average Guys. Till next time.